quality life is a life that is lived on certain principles and certain values. And there's always a danger when we compromise on the things that are really, really core to our well-being. I'm talking about our life principles and the values that we hold so dearly. My name is Mwai. Allow me just give you just a few minutes of your time as we just consider what I have entitled The Danger of Compromise. The danger of compromise. Now, of course, life is dynamic and we live from day to day. We go through different experiences. We encounter different things, different situations, and we have to learn to be versatile. We have to learn to be flexible. We have to learn to adapt to change. However, in life also, there are certain things that are supposed to undergird our lives. They're supposed to be the common denominator no matter what we go through, and we refer to them as life's principles. The principles that are supposed to be unchanging, the values that we hold that are supposed to be immovable. They are those things that we hold dearly, those things that we're not supposed to compromise on. Unfortunately, sometimes, maybe because of the challenges of the life that we live, we go through situations. Sometimes we may be tempted, and sometimes indeed we do end up compromising. And we compromise our values. We compromise our principles. We end up doing things that we ought not to do. We end up sometimes making decisions or choices that we ought not to make. And as a result, as we compromise, there's always consequences. And always remember that in life, there will always be consequences to all the actions and everything that we actually do. There are so many people today who are spending a life in prison. There are many people today who are living a life of regret. There are many people today who have destroyed their lives, destroyed relationships. They have destroyed their businesses. They have destroyed their livelihood or even their career simply because they compromised. At critical points in their lives, they compromise. I want to challenge you, my brother and my sister, that at the end of the day, when all is said and done, when life has been lived, that the one thing that you ought to keep holding on to, and the thing that you need never to change, is the values that you hold. Values, things that have to do maybe with integrity, with honesty, with forthrightness, sticking to the truth, holding on to the truth. A life that is undergirded by principles of hard work, principles of good leadership, principles of authenticity. That is the life at the end of the day that will outlive everything else in this world. And I want to encourage you, and I want to caution you against the dangers of compromising. Because before you compromise, I want to challenge you, always count the cost. What will this cost me? Am I ready to bear the consequences of this action? Now, I know that there's some of us, maybe you're even listening to me, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe in the recent while, you have compromised on a few things, and today you're actually paying the price. Or maybe today you're living a life of regret and wishing that you could take back that moment, wishing that you could have done something differently. I also want to encourage you and to tell you that all is not lost. That even after sometimes we have messed up and things have gone wrong and we have compromised, we can always speak up. We can always ask for forgiveness from God. We can ask for forgiveness from the people that we have hurt and then get our lives back online. But most importantly, that as you get back your life in line, to always remember the lessons that you have learned. When we look at the scriptures, so many people compromise. David, for example, a great man, a man after God's own heart. But at one crucial moment in his life, he compromised his principles. And he lived the rest of his life regretting that moment because of something that probably he had not even premeditated, but he simply compromised his values and his principles. And because of that, not only did he have to pay for the consequences, but even his family, his loved ones. There's always danger to compromise. And I want to pray for you that God will help you. If you have compromised and you have messed up, that you'll be able to have the strength to get back and move on with your life. But always remember, there's a danger to compromise. God bless you, and may the Lord cause his face to shine upon you.